What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and about a week ago we hit 400,000 subscribers. That's a big number, dude. That is a big number. So I don't know, I felt like I'd make this video to be real for a bit, talk about some stuff, give you guys credit and props for, giving me what I have, that sort of thing. Let you guys know where the channel is going, where we started from. And I also want to address some things people have been bringing up to me for a long time. It's going to be that type of video. First things first, yes, I plan on doing the Moana You're Welcome video. Well, the problem is, my latest video, the Black Ops 4, just got copyrighted. So it's like, I'm not about to just shove another one out there and get more copyright strikes. That's really the thing that's keeping me from doing it right away. Also, I want it to be a good video. I don't want to just shit it out just for the sake of shitting it out. So rest assured, I am going to make that. Another thing, as you can probably tell, is the lighting in here isn't all that great. I don't enjoy it. My face is like purple, blue, and orange. It is not that color normally. So, eventually I want to move out and get a more professional studio setup, if you get what I mean. And so when I do move out, don't expect a whole lot of content, but expect a lot better content when I do move out and when it's all said and done with. Secondly, Dead Space video is on its way. Just got finished recording that, been editing it. Didn't get it out in time for Halloween, but, what else is new? Act Man not keeping his promises. Tisk tisk. And then finally, Halo Wars 1. Yes, I will get to that as well. Hopefully before Christmas. It'll be nice to wrap up my thoughts and reviews on all the main Halo games and just kind of, close that chapter of my life in my videos. But on to the real shit, thank you guys so much, man. It's unreal is what it is. The fact that I have over 400,000 subscribers and like 46 million views or whatever. The fact that this channel has become such a big part of my life is mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing to me. This might come across as another cheesy, hey guys, we did it, we hit another milestone, hooray, type of video. And it's gonna kind of be that because I need to be gracious. I need to be thankful and humble. I want to express that thanks and that humility because you guys are my world. You make me what I am. Legitimately, what would I be without you? I'd just be some dude. It's so crazy to think how YouTube and my videos and my channel has affected my daily life, for the better. I mean, just so you guys know, before YouTube started to pick up for me, I was washing dishes, dude. I was washing dishes for a living. Didn't have a college degree. It was kind of just wandering through life. I remember I had a very important decision to make 2 years ago when my boss came up to me and offered me a full-time dishwasher position, upgrading from part-time. And I sat there and I was like, $15 an hour washing dishes, not a bad gig. It's easy. I get to listen to music and chill out. But I thought to myself, no, I don't want more hours. I want to take a risk with YouTube, and I want to see what I can make of it. Because if I don't go that extra mile, if I don't try, I'll never know what could have been, And that's kind of how I was for a long time, was just, wandering in and out of these different, not odd jobs, but just like fantasies in my mind that I wanted to make a reality, whether it was being a professional football player. Yes, I actually, at one point in time, wanted to be that, or like a boxer, or, make music, or be an artist, or sell cars, it took me so long to find something that really stuck with me, that I could really invest my time in, something that really did pay off in the end. I don't know, I hope you guys are interested with what I'm saying. Like, I just want to be real and kind of let you guys get to know a little bit more about me and the channel and what motivates me and all that. But it's like one of the few constants in my life has been a love and passion for video games. That is one of the few things that has remained constant, from the time I can remember life. And it's like, I'm just like you. Video games were fun for me. They were a way to bond with my friends. They were a means of escape. They were a distraction from real life problems. But more than that, to me, video games were something I wanted to appreciate. And what I mean by that is it's one thing to enjoy a product or something, or like a food, the dinner your mom or your dad cooks for you. It's one thing to just enjoy it and digest it. It's an entirely different thing to truly appreciate the work that went into it. And that's kind of what I based my channel on was, for example, like Combat Evolved is one of my favorite games of all time, but why was it my favorite game of all time? It couldn't have just been the nostalgia of playing it with my brother all those years ago, all those many different times with my buddies. It couldn't have just been that. What was so special about Combat Evolved or Dark Souls or Warcraft 3 or Banjo-Tooie? What was special about these games? And like, my goal has always been to really get into those nitty-gritty details and kind of uncover and say what you had been thinking all along, but couldn't say yourself for whatever reason, to put that in video format. That's always been the goal of this channel. And on the opposite spectrum, why did I fucking hate this game so much? Why was it such a disaster? Why was it the most disappointing thing ever? Nuts and bolts, Dragon Age 2, Call of Duty World War II. I've always really wanted to flesh out the contrast between games I absolutely loved and games I just fucking hated. I've always had this desire to figure out why I didn't like this game as much and why I loved this one. And to share that with the world, as crazy as it might seem, or egotistical, the world, yes, there's, people from all over the world watching my channel, watching my videos, and it's like I'm connecting with people through a screen. And it's mind-blowing, My social life has always been pretty good, but even at times when it wasn't, I took solace in video games and TV shows, movies, and books. And it was the stories that really stuck with me, and that's kind of why I've always focused on storytelling and really fleshing it out. Because I did want to get an English degree and be an English teacher and talk about Romeo and Juliet or The Catcher in the Rye with students and really get to understanding the meaning of these stories. Or, coming up with your own meanings, or writing your own stories. I'll tell you guys this right now. I mean, I'm just kind of rambling in this video, but one of my dreams is to write stories for video games, or be a creative director, that sort of thing. That is the dream, to come up with my own story and to get it published or created into a TV series or a video game or even a movie, dude. That's the dream, and maybe YouTube can springboard me up there, you know what I mean? It gives me a platform. Nothing would be greater in my eyes than to create stories and get paid for it. And I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from when videos take longer, or I don't respond to messages as fast, or I make promises I don't keep. If you ever feel like your patience with me is running thin, for whatever reason, just remember, this is a one-man show. When you send me a party invite, you're sending it to me. When you send me an Xbox message, a Twitter message, a Discord message, Facebook, anything, you're sending it to me. When you see the video on screen that's 46 minutes, that was edited by me. That was written by me. I played the game and got the footage. It's like I do absolutely everything for this channel, sometimes even closed captions. Yes, I will literally write closed captions for a 46-minute video. Just to make it that much more accessible. Like my dedication is that strong. And again, I don't want to be egotistical, but it's like, if you do lose patience with me, just try to understand, man. I do this solo, and it is tough. It is tough. And it's like, there's so many things I want to do, but like either don't have time or don't want to, use up all of my free time to do those things, like more streaming, more custom game nights. I want to post videos more often to the second channel. And it's like, it's hard to balance YouTube life on top of real life, a social life, paying bills and still living life, not just stuck here looking at these computer screens and editing videos, because I can't do that all day, every day, because then I'm not actually living. It's like I've kind of fostered this whole community, and the whole point of my videos is not that you agree with me or disagree with me, it's that you yourself think about the things and the video games that I bring up. Whether you agree or disagree, that's totally up to you. I always enjoy when people agree with me, stroke that ego a bit. But it's like encouraging discussion, making you laugh, and talking about the things that you might not have thought of or that you had in your head but just couldn't put your finger on exactly. I really do want to stream more. I think you guys would enjoy it. I mean, the first time I streamed Combat Evolved Legendary, the library, trying to do it no deaths. When I had like 25,000 subs, I had like 900 people watching me at 25,000 subs. That was insane to me, man. And it's like when I do move out, that's when the lighting is going to get better. I can record videos more often because I'm not worried about people in the house making noise. I can stream more often. It's all those sorts of things, you know? And I'm not making this video just to complain about stuff, you know? I just want you guys to understand how I feel, where I'm coming from, and like what actually goes into this channel. How much of my heart and soul is put into it. Look at that shadow that's been there. Just, God, that's annoying. Isn't that annoying? But the good news is I might be having someone, a close friend, helping me to edit videos for the second channel. And there's a lot of stuff I want to do there, you know. Not as high effort as the reviews I do on the main channel, but enough that it's still entertaining and supplements the content on this channel. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I know one thing is this channel started off as a Halo YouTube channel. And it was never my goal to do solely Halo content. Never my goal. But Halo has been one of the biggest franchises that I'm a fan of. Or one of my biggest franchises. You know what I mean. Anyways, you know, for a long time, people have brought this concern to me that I'm going to turn into like a Call of Duty YouTube channel, or I'm going to forget about Halo. And it's like, no. You know, Halo's always going to be a big part of my identity, and it got me where I am in the first place. So it's like, I'm not going to forget about it. At the same time, aside from the Halo Wars 1 video and, you know, doing a which Halo had the best single-player campaign video, it's like, for the most part, I've talked about everything I wanted to. I mean, there's a lot of Halo videos on this channel, man. And when Halo Infinite comes out, yeah, there's going to be a lot of content on that game. But in relation to the second channel, I definitely just want to do, like, fun gameplay videos, you know? Like playing through Combat Evolved on Spanish. Or playing it with fucked up controls, like Southpaw and 10 sensitivity. That type of shit is just really fun. And that's why I'm getting that editor to help me out with all of this. Anyways, this has just kind of been like one big rambling rant, thank you letter sort of thing. I really don't know what to say. It's humbling beyond belief. You guys have given me purpose in life. As cheesy as that sounds, it is true. And so, you know, maybe answer a couple questions in the comments that I have for you. What's your favorite thing about this channel? Your favorite videos, or like your favorite moment or joke or editing thing that I did? Let me know. Give me the feedback about what I've been doing right. I mean, I kind of have an idea, but you know, let's just celebrate this channel, this community, the videos, and you know, gaming as a whole. Let's just celebrate that. All right? And that's another thing before I go. I always want to interact with you guys as much as I can spare, as much time as I can spare. Because the feedback I get from you is what helps me be successful. And it's like, you guys are here for a reason. You're here for me, and you're here for the videos. And so if I'm not there in the comments, or I'm not there to respond to messages, or, you know, I just don't interact with people, then, you know, there's this disconnect. And I don't want to have a disconnect between me and my audience, despite how big it is. No matter how big it is, I always want to talk to people. Message them, you know, host those custom game nights. And I get that a lot. People are like, wow, dude, I never expect a YouTuber to respond. Or, wow, you're like the only YouTuber that actually goes into his own Discord server and talks to people. That sort of thing. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Thank you guys so much. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace!